Welcome to Onesies, a podcast of one season wonders and blunders. My name's Andrew.
My name is Emily.
And, oh my goodness, I'm looking forward into Three's a Crowd, and it actually seems like there's going to be one that is amusing. Anyway, so we are back talking about Three's a Crowd, the 1984 sitcom, ABC sitcom, starring John Ritter, Mary Cadorette, not Jessica Walter, but also not Robert Mandan, regardless of what IMDb thinks.
Yeah, he was not in this most recent or the first episode.
He wasn't
today.
in the first episode. I really enjoyed that.
A friend indeed.
A friend indeed, which is, well, why don't you? I think you enjoyed this less than I did.
I did enjoy it less than you.
Okay, go for it.
So we open. We're only in the apartment this episode, right? And in the hallway. We open in the apartment, and Jack is ready to get busy with Vicki. Some dumb joke. Oh, nothing can stop us now. And ding dong, the doorbell rings. Telegraphed nicely. It is their new neighbor. His name is Herbert Potts, and he is a passionate environmentalist and wants Jack and Vicki to sign a petition to save the rainforests in Brazil. I remember the Save the Rainforest thing from the 90s. I don't remember it from the 80s, but I was a baby. Was that a thing in the 80s too?
Yeah, it's referenced in RoboCop.
Okay.
But which was 87, but also you then have to realize that thinking we shouldn't destroy the rainforests was like the far leftist position that
it's funny too, because Peter Van Norden, who plays Herbert Potts, does not seem like the typical hippie environmentalist. He's an older man, he's heavier, he's wearing like a suit.
He's wearing a suit. He's only in this episode, which is kind of unfortunate because while he's portrayed to be mocked, he does add eventually, just like through, I don't know, raw competence, he does add something to the show. And he
does. So there's like once he gets them to sign the petition to save the rainforest, like he turns into a normal person. Like he comes in, have you heard about the rainforest? And he's just like, it's really weird and awkward and just forceful. But then as soon as they sign the petition, he's like, hey, let's hang out. I'll take a glass of wine now. You know, it's like very chill. If he was like a regular, just coming over and with his cat, like, cool, let's talk about it.
If he was the proto Kramer and Jeffrey or Peter Van Norden, guess what he never did?
Yeah. So he gets ushered out, and Jack resumes romancing Vicki, and Vicki's like, you can't do that. My friend Dorothy's coming.
No. We just need to address something.
Address it.
Vicki's not so it's like Mary Cadorette was like, stop with the leg stuff so much. And they were like, okay, cool. Fuck you. You get nothing. So when the show started, it was about how the two of them couldn't stop fucking.
Mm-hmm.
The foreplay began everywhere. There were no boundaries. There were no limits. They were exhibitionists. Like there is a disturbing aspect to Vicki, like grinding on Jack in front of her father in the pilot.
Yeah,
which was actually the second episode I think filmed, which means they added it because the pilot was leggy, but it was not like we're fucking in front of dad all the time. And then they're like, well, we're good. Mom's here. Maybe we could do some of this in front of mom. Then they tone it down.
Yeah.
But in even the episode where she has to fend off a sexual assault. She does not. Oh, wait, no, she does. And it's where they treat her like shit because she's sucking up to dude. And we get to have, the 1986 Law and Order that's revolutionary for saying that that actually is not her giving consent. Uh, so yeah, and now she's gonna get nothing. She's gonna get some reaction shots. She's gonna
Yeah.
leave. We're getting an episode of physical comedy.
Yes.
Um,
Jack turns up the charm quite a bit early on in
okay,
this.
we need to talk about that too, or we can not, just in context of Ritter, because so how would I describe my memory of this show? Like its existence based upon my experience of seeing it as a young person, as a 7 to 9 year old. Besides the aforementioned, it's fucking great living with a girl, by the way. Oh my God, is that so cool? She doesn't wear anything, and all she wants to do is get down. The kitchen. In both
Mhm.
these episodes, I we've seen the kitchen before. I think it's the same kitchen set, but they're spending more time in there. Like I'm not gonna go and pause and compare whether or not there's just a little bit more room to fit people in there or if it's deeper, whatever.
I don't think we've ever fully been in the kitchen as a full
Okay.
set. I think because they have the window,
Yeah.
he has been on the other side of the
And
window.
we've seen them sitting shot through the living room or something, I
Yeah.
think. But yes, so now we have the kitchen as a thing. And so Three's a Crowd. I mean, we talked about this a little, but not at length. It's not a apartment sitcom, right? There are such things as apartment sitcoms. Frasier,
Mhm.
not Frasier 2. I don't know. I have no knowledge of that. But the
Me
first
neither.
one, I'm not saying you do either. I just
Okay.
clarifying, and I'm very disappointed because at least one person who crossed the line of basic human decency to work with Kelsey Grammer was one of my celebrity mutuals on the socials, which I believe was mentioned early on in this show. Um, Anyway, it was not Tay Diggs. Tay Diggs didn't follow me, just Emily, because
I don't know that Tay Diggs still follows me.
okay.
Sorry.
I think he's God, maybe we should watch that show. Okay. That actually might be interesting. His show with Kathleen Robertson where they play cops who are involved, partners who are involved. And I remember it's in the sorry, we'll get back to the episode, but I'm still pitching this. And you're looking at your phone right
Because
now.
I was looking to see if Tay Diggs follows me. He
We're
doesn't.
doing research. Oh, sorry. Only
So
he was like, you know what? You know why he doesn't follow you? It's
because
because
I
he's
don't
not
post
on
feet pics
X.
anymore. He is on
Well,
X.
he is on X. It is the feet pick
He
thing.
hasn't posted anything since 2024.
That's so late. What are you talking about? That's so fucking late. Okay. Anyway, yes. So there, but the point is that Mary Cadorette has lost her agency.
She's lost her
She,
agency. She's got a friend, and the friend is like takes everything.
it's bewildering
Yeah.
why they're doing it. Like, if this were a swing to try to like add the friend maybe and the neighbor, like to get some and to get rid of dad, like I can see that. And so when that isn't what they do, I was disappointed as hell. Because at least this has like you can't tell if the friend is good or not. Like, she's not, but like for a while, it's not for sure she's not going to be good. Like, it seems like there might be a chance she'll be good at some of it once we get to the misunderstanding, because it is a very, I mean, it's an R-rated misunderstanding done PG-13. Or
Yeah.
not even PG-13, done PG.
PG.
Like, it is, I was going to say this about the kitchen. the vibes of this show in my memory, and now we have hit that with these two episodes, are shows you would watch at your grandparents that your grandmother would notice, be concerned about, but not make you turn off.
Yeah.
Like it's syndicated afternoon live action. Like this is on at 5 o'clock when somebody's making dinner, not paying attention to the kids in the 80s. This is why older millennials are like this and Gen Xers are worse, because if this is 1984, what was happening earlier? So the friend has suffered a bad breakup, and Vicki asks Jack to be a little bit more attentive to her so she knows that she's still attractive and desirable as a woman,
Mm-hmm.
which
Um,
is
and which is problematic. I mean, this is 1980s feminism, I guess.
no, it's not. No, it's not. This is horrifying. It's just not like there's it's patriarchal something or other, but it's not like it's not rapey necessarily. It's white women being part of the problem, which
Yes. Okay.
you all get to do. You all now do as a majority. Congratulations. Welcome to this side of hell.
Yeah.
So Jack then, so it's fucked up, but it's like, okay, well, it's not gonna be terrible. Like, this isn't gonna get progressively worse. But no, Jack is all over this chick like it's the shaggy dog, but without makeup, and she's got a biscuit in her pocket. He is just,
He's laying it on pretty thick.
it's weird. It's highly inappropriate because more than one time he's like, if Vicki weren't here, baby, I'd give it to
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty bad. I would like to give Vicky a little bit of credit that she, again, just giving reaction shots, but at least she's like, what? Like her expression is, "What are you doing?"
Her expression is, what are you doing? To the point that if Mary Cadorette was like, what are you talking about? This is a thin red line situation. I was the fucking protagonist. It was about me dealing with awful men, and they cut all of that story, all of it, because she does not speak during any of this. She has
No.
horrifying reaction shots. And then when she does get Jack alone, she tries to talk to him and is quickly, shut down.
Yeah.
And it's really dumb and bad and not where a show should be on episode 12.
Right.
Um, and I can see why she enjoys making nature shit and being married to her college sweetheart or something, because this is a shit part,
Yeah.
and we've seen a lot of shit parts on this show. We've seen
Absolutely.
on onesies like dweebs. You'd be like, how did you not quit that day? The last one, the
Uh, High
Ab
society.
Fab, High Society. There was at least one episode where we were like, you should have probably just quit. You just should
Yeah.
probably quit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's really upsetting to see this happen to her. Uh, Especially since the formula now is to keep her reduced and fill in with guest stars, at least as far as this episode is proposing.
Yeah.
So then Jack is making the dinner. He's getting out wine. He's being obnoxious. We see the kitchen for some of that, I believe.
While
But
Jack is in the kitchen, the two ladies, Dorothy and Vicky, are out in the living room. And Vicky is like, "You sure are in a good mood," seeing how, because her expectation was if Jack compliments her and treats her sweetly, that she'll cheer up, because we missed that they had spoken on the phone earlier in the day and she was feeling really, really bad about her breakup. Well, Dorothy's like, yes, of course I'm feeling well. I met a man. and explains that she met a man at a car rental place and he was rich and handsome and blah 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 blah, and she's gonna make this one work. Like, she really wants this one to work. Jack
Isn't
doesn't
that
hear any of it.
how you and Mr. Emily met? At a car
No,
rental place? And you
no,
were like, he's rich and handsome. I'll make this one work no matter what he's actually like.
no. um Nice try though. um Jack doesn't hear any of this. He brings out the dinner. They have dinner. Brings out the
We cut.
We cut. She gets a phone call. Eventually, she gets a phone call, and Vicki leaves the living room to go get ready for work, while Dorothy's on the phone with a friend that she's going to be staying the night
Yes.
with. And she's like, "Oh my god, I met the greatest guy." This is where Jack comes out of the kitchen, and he overhears her talking about this handsome, sophisticated, sweet man who she met, and she's in love with him, and blah blah blah. So Jack, of course, the misunderstanding, thinks that she is talking about him. um we also established at one point that Dorothy keeps winking because her contacts get dirty quickly and she has to clean them.
Just
Which
one eye.
Just one eye. Just keep that in the back of your mind, folks. And Jack is worried. Vicki comes out. I have to go to work, and Jack is like, "No, you cannot leave me alone with this woman." Um, and I don't even remember. I hated this episode so much.
So this is where I realized that it was going to be bad because Jack conceivably could have followed Vicky to her transit and explained what was going,
Or driven her to work or whatever.
whatever the situation is. I think she's on mass transit. I don't think they
Maybe.
have a car.
Maybe.
I don't know how they get to the lighthouse. So yeah. So I think that's the commercial break, maybe. But I do think we have some like weird fades in this one and maybe the next one. But I just realized that this episode and next episode also feel similar because we have the setup and then we're basically going to have continuous action to the conclusion. And that is
Yeah.
what we had in the episode with Jessica Walter, where Jack is there bickering and Jack and Vicky are making out. And I think in one of the other ones, so we've been moving to this point of no third act,
Yeah.
no lesson learned, right? Like you watch a show like Family Ties, you're going to have the tag that has a comedy beat at the end, but you are going to talk about the lesson learned or the
Right.
character development experienced, whatever. And this
Yeah.
show has sort of vaguely touched on that, but since it's no longer about Jack and Vicky as a couple, it doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah.
And so, and I mean, if it were funny, it might just be fine. Like a lot of these things, like it might suck for Mary Cadorette, but it doesn't necessarily like the show's doing different things and it's doing different bad things, which is just
Yeah.
wonderful. In terms of being, I guess that is the difference in how much you hated this show. But like, what's Dorothy's name? Gail Edwards. She's awful at the winking thing. I don't
Yeah.
understand how bad somebody can be at this, but she's terrible at it. And I
So
thought that was funny. Like
I'm
that
gonna
they let it
say
go.
I'm gonna say that it I don't wear contacts. I've never wore contacts. I know that when I get something in my eye, I'm not winking almost like it's a twitch. I'm
Yeah.
like, my eye is running. That's a
Yep.
natural response. It's
You
trying to
got a
clean
little.
itself out. Yeah. It is not like a persistent blinking at exactly the same time all the time. Like it doesn't work that way. So I don't know if
Also,
that was an actor's choice to make it look like she's winking, or if it's just bad. Like, or I guess it could be both.
it can be both. It's Dave
Yeah.
Powers. There was actually one point in the show where I think I said aloud, God, that's bad directing. Like
Yeah.
aloud, worried I was gonna wake up Mrs. Andrew. Like, it's shit. But I think some of the amusement of it is that so we're gonna get this lengthy sequence that I assume Emily does not want to plot out on a map, where we keep having Jack and Gail misunderstand things, getting to various
Getting
states of undress,
getting the new neighbor involved. The
getting
new
the new
neighbor comes
neighbor
back
involved. He assaults Gail because of the winking.
because of the winking. I mean, that's where I was sort of like, I'm
And
done. I'm done.
Jack's like, hey man, you don't have to leave just because you fucking kissed, my house guest and she didn't like it. What do you think what are you, a fucking what is this? We vote Trump around here. But he's like, no, I'm too embarrassed after the rejection, or
I
like I
I
can't
can't
handle
I can't handle
rejection.
rejection.
And I'm just like, what the fuck does Dave like, okay, Dave Powers, I get that you were at a lot of key parties, man. But like, come on. Like, this is just, we are, the way we are objectifying the chick, the friend. Oh no.
Keep talking.
Okay. So it's just the weird removal of her agency. Also, oh wow, 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 cool. Hey, you know what? This is not the world. This is the world white people deserve, but it is not the world all the people we have wronged deserve. Okay, just gonna say that.
So
Um,
you missed a visual gag, folks. A review on IMDb came across clever episode for a bad series. A couple of laugh out loud moments in this one. Gail Edwards is stunningly beautiful in a nightie. Okay, continue, s'il vous plaît.
Can't it just be nice? Just
Can
why
I
can't
hide this?
why can't we just have we did a nice show. What was it? We had it happened
Can I just hide this comment? Why is that the one that's coming up? Because
because
it's
they
the
gave it a
only one.
9, and it's the only one that they wrote down. Hey, you know what? Gail Edwards was at least 21, so there is that. Okay, so yes, so eventually I mean, this goes on for 9 minutes approximately, and we get back to we finally solve the episode 3 or 4 question that Emily and I were perplexed about because Jack couldn't sleep on the fucking cushion on their couch, but
Yeah.
Dorothy, we forgot to mention Jack makes fun of Dorothy's name earlier in a weird thing. And
Does he?
also,
I remember it in the
yes,
next episode,
the
but
Wizard of Oz thing.
oh, yeah,
Is this the episode where he does some weird ableist walk into the kitchen?
probably.
So, by the way, that type of physical comedy coming from an adult and being laughed at socializes a lot of cruelty into impressionable young minds, which are impressionable until the age of 25, at which point
Yeah.
there's no point in trying to get those parts of the brain to grow anymore. Cool. Anyway, so I think, yeah, like Mary Cadorette, I feel like her brain got solid. She's like, the last 5 years of my life kind of sucked. I should probably just retire, not do this shit. This sucks. Okay, so why are we talking about Mary Cadorette? Is she on this show? She will be on the show. She gets home, finds Dorothy sitting on the sectional covered in a blanket, meaning Jack could have done that, or Mr. Bradford in episode 5.
Hmm.
Goes in, tries to get into the bathroom, but we didn't talk about Jack blocking the doors, or bedroom blocking the doors, so she can't get in through the main door.
The
Goes in through the
the
bathroom.
bathroom.
Jack has tried to rig a chair in the door, but he doesn't understand how it works in a joke that was probably first done in 1903 on film. So, cool that. She then turns on the light, asks Jack what the fuck's going on. Jack makes some comment about, oh, he thinks he's talking to
He
Dorothy.
thinks he's talking to Dorothy. He's got his back to her. He's sleeping on his side. And he's like, "No, Dorothy, you can't do this. You know, you're Vicky's best friend. I would never do anything to hurt her."
This is the most important thing in my life. I would never
Yeah.
risk it.
But then he also let slip some things that happened when he was trying to fend her off. Like he pretended he had a tummy ache and she was rubbing his stomach and like,
That felt good.
oh God. And
I like it when a gym teacher checks to see if I have appendicitis.
and then Vicky, like,
I
she
grew up
starts
in
trying to
1972.
she starts trying to stop him and she talks and he's like, "Oh God, you even sound like Vicky." And he like it still takes him too long to realize he's actually talking to Vicky.
Yeah.
Um, in which case, he also revealed like the winking thing and this great new man that she found. And so Vicky is putting the pieces together that this is a big misunderstanding. She should just know. She should just walk into the house every day and be like, "What are you doing? What are you hiding from? What are you hiding? Let me clarify something for you because I know that you're under a lot of stress because you won't just ask somebody a freaking question. You can't just be normal."
He's a man. Doesn't need to
So
ask anybody a question.
so she puts it together and then like there's no more Dorothy.
Nope.
She like climbs on Jack and is like, "What do you mean she was rubbing your stomach? What do you mean? You better talk." And like it's kind of funny. Like I thought it was kind of funny, but it was also like he wasn't going to say what happened, even though he could easily explain it away by saying, "I was pretending to have a stomach ache," and she teaches first aid and was trying to render first aid. Like he could have, but he didn't. So, but it's kind of funny, but it just ends there. I was so kind of baffled.
So we also forgot to mention that Dorothy's situation from her perspective is Jack is trying to rape her.
Right.
And if she tries to leave the apartment, he's going to come out there and try to like he's already like stopped her from leaving the apartment and he's keeping her bag hostage in the bedroom and he's trying to assault her.
Yeah.
And she has nowhere else to go because she's in her nightie. And if she goes into the hallway, she'll see
The neighbor
who
Yeah.
she also who did assault her.
Yeah.
Cool show.
Cool
Okay.
show. Next
episode.
episode is episode 14. It's called A Case of Sour Grapes. This is a apartment only episode again.
No, what are you talking about? We go into the kitchen. We don't go into the restaurant, I don't think, but we go into the kitchen.
Oh, the kitchen of the restaurant, right?
Oh, the kitchen of the restaurant. So,
right.
Wait, hold on. I do need to see this. Gail. Okay, hold on a second. Gail Edwards was. Oh, never mind. I thought Gail Edwards ended up playing. She was on Night Court. You saw her on something. I thought she was. Did Doogie Howser like have a nurse sidekick?
Probably. I don't remember that.
It's 4 seasons, or like how many seasons was it? 4 seasons. Okay, moving on. The episode opens with Jack they're in the apartment. No, they're in the
apartment.
They're in the apartment.
Opening mail.
Vicki, Jack is reading about some sales promotion.
Coupon or sales promotion, yeah, that he received. Junk mail. We all love it.
I mean, this show does not have a domestic ground situation for the two of them. It does. It was them fucking. And now that we've lost that, it's like they're strangers anytime they're together.
Yeah.
But then Jack Vicki opens up, she gets a refund check from the IRS for $1,600.
1900.
$1,900. And then Mr. Bradford arrives to say good morning to Vicki. And Jack is
So
upset
very
to.
quickly, you missed that he's like, oh, you should do something special with this money.
Mm.
And she's like, oh, we could go on a trip. This would be great. Da 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 da. And he's like, no, you should invest it. Like, don't waste it. Just invest it. And then Mr. Bradford comes in, and Vicki shares the news. She's got this check from the IRS. Isn't it great? And oh, Jack has a really great idea, and Mr. Bradford is surprised by that. Cracks wise about it to Jack, and shares the idea that Vicki should invest the money. To which Mr. Bradford, as a businessman, is quite excited, and he's like, "Oh, we can go over your options later. You know, this is such a great idea. Da 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 da. I've got the right solution for you." Mr. Bradford leaves, and Jack is upset that Vicki always takes her dad's side, always goes to her dad for advice, never goes to him. And Vicki, wipes up his tears with the $1,900 check that she has just signed over to Jack so he can invest the money. So she can make Jack feel like a big boy.
Also, how you and Mr. Emily met. So that's, and then Jack's like, I can't believe you're doing this. Why are you doing this? And Vicky's like, I don't want to be part of this subplot currently, and I will not be taking questions. And she goes off and changes into the first nice outfit that Mary Cadorette gets to wear on the show. It's a 80s ladies suit jacket business. And I'm like, it's much better than what she usually wears.
Yeah.
Jessica Walter must have just been like,
I'm bringing my own wardrobe.
Yeah, you cannot. You can. This is misogyny too far. This is weaponized misogyny too far.
Jessica Walters, by the way, wears the same clothes in this that she did in Arrested Development. Like, it's the exact same style. Like 40 years later, she's wearing 20 years later, she's wearing the exact same stuff. It's so funny. Same as she did in Archer.
She was an Archer?
Yeah.
I think you mean like that. All I know about Archer is that it isn't Robert Forster.
I think you're thinking of something else.
Archer's a cartoon.
Yeah, Archer the cartoon. She's the mom.
Yes.
She's Archer's mom. It's like very obvious, dude.
How is it very obvious? Hold on.
Look at the picture of her. Mallory Archer.
It's a cartoon. It can look like whatever it wants to. Did they not teach you that?
It looks just like her, though, is my point. So, yes, they created the character to look like Jessica Walter.
Vaguely looks like Jessica. Okay, I don't know what it's like with the voice is on. It vaguely looks like, I mean, some of the outfits are very Lucille Bluth. So.
Yeah. Very Lucille.
Okay,
anyway, got off track.
As we do.
I forgot where we were on this dumb show.
So fast forward to soon after Mr. Bradford's coming back, super excited. Jack has already left to invest the check. Mr. Bradford is disappointed in Vicki that she chose to go with Jack. Vicky's kind of like, I mean, I don't care. Whatever, dude. Which is interesting since, we open, like, the show's somewhat perplexing in that the episodes do have what should be significant character development beats for these characters, but either they're very blasé, like in this one where she's just like, whatever, dad, like, fuck off, I don't care, it's fine. And like, will that keep? Like, because that would have been incredible to have very early on. We also missed that in last episode they tell the new guy that they've only lived there 2 months.
Yes.
Which is basically the length of the show, which breaks canon, but also betrays the fact that, as we've talked about, this could have involved other neighbors in this program, which would have helped or not helped, but it would have made it different, and different could have been better. because we saw what they did when they did this. Okay, so we then get Jack coming upstairs, feeling very empowered, very successful. He does not
with a
know
glass of bottle of wine.
the bottle of wine. He does not know high finance, but he does know fine dining or fine cuisine. And I'm like, all you make is coq au vin. That's all
Yeah.
you ever made on this show. Chicken, what is it? Chicken and wine. Like it's like fucking
And
French food.
he made chicken for the friend too, in the last episode.
Yeah. But
It
yeah,
was
it was coq au vin, I think. I think, but there we you didn't write down what joke he makes related to it, where he's like, coq au vin, you're hot. Am I right? John Ritter, for your consideration. Um, so then Jack goes into the kitchen to open the wine, pours a glass. At some point, Easy arrives
Easy shows up.
with his new
His new
hair.
board. So,
Oh,
with his new hair too. But so he tells a story about how he just got a new skateboard, and he's in the living room with
a
Dad and
surfboard.
Vicki.
It's a surfboard, dude.
Is it?
You dweeb. It's a surfboard.
Are you sure? Because he just says my
Yes.
new board.
When Dad says, "What is that?" and Vicky says, "That's beach talk."
Okay, because I thought he was talking about a surfboard, or excuse me, a skateboard, because there is skateboarding in fucking Venice, California, asshole. And I thought for sure that the end of the story was going to be he smashed the wine. Like I thought
But
for
it
sure
was
that's where it was
not.
going,
There was
but it
no
was not.
story.
There was no story. He was just using a bunch of like young people terms and do 6'7", and Dad was like, Mr. Bradford was like, what is he talking about? What did he just say? They go into the kitchen to open the wine. They're gonna they got to spare a 13th bottle to celebrate this great investment, and they pour a glass and Jack takes a sip of it, and it is vinegar, meaning that it was not handled and stored properly, and it is now ruined. Easy takes a drink. This whole drinking the bad wine thing, there's some good physical comedy.
There is.
They're making faces that are funny.
There are.
Jack and EZ, like if Jack wasn't playing this, if John Ritter wasn't playing this character, the two of them could be funny together.
They could be. They have good timing together.
They have good timing. They
strange
have good chemistry. I think Jack is even, they're like so close to each other that
it's
when
one of
Jack is like
those.
writhing his face around, he's almost like burrowing his face into Alan Campbell's chest.
Yeah.
It's really kind of funny and good. They are trying to figure out what to do. All the wine is bad. We can't share this wine. Mr. Bradford comes in and is like, what's taking so long? And Jack makes up some excuse. And then Vicky comes in, what's taking so long? And Jack's like, oh, I'll go get the glasses. He takes the bottle, does some of his famously good physical comedy, trips, and drops the bottle and breaks the glass.
Oh no, I forgot. We do
What?
have a new location in this episode.
Do we?
The Japanese restaurant.
Oh, right. So they can't drink the wine.
But Jack gets away with it.
The
Mary
Bradfords
Cadorette,
leave.
She gets no shots. She's on the set in this kitchen, this bigger kitchen set, which has room for 6 people or 5 people at least.
Yeah.
Because it's very deep in the back now, and there's like room on the side for 2 people. It's very if you had given me like a lineup of identify the kitchen from Three's a Crowd, I think this type of thing this is like, I think I probably saw these episodes with heavy kitchen stuff, because it's an interesting it's weird that they didn't have a kitchen set in the apartment. When we think about the use of kitchen sets is top 10 in our recurring topics on this show, especially. And so we had the kitchen downstairs, but that even got you know, it's like somebody was like, you fucking idiots, you can't show the restaurant operating because you don't have enough people working.
Yeah.
And so because like Jack can't be cooking anyway. How have they not had a hold? Did they have a hold up episode?
No, not yet.
Okay, cool. We have something to look forward to. What if the show ends on a cliffhanger with Jack shot?
Who shot Jack Ripper?
You
I'll
shot
make a
Jack
t-shirt.
Ripper. All right. So then we
So Easy gives oh, is it if there's a cut because Jack is then
yeah, it's the
looking through a
next day.
newspaper. He's looking
And
for a job because he needs to pay Vicki back the money. Um
so I hate this so much. It makes me
um
so mad.
Easy gives him a tip like, "Oh, too bad you're not Japanese. The teppanyaki place a block away just lost two of their chefs."
And so if you're not aware, um how would you even put this? Theatrical ethnic cuisine places, Vegas style ostentate, whatever this is. This is like they have, the grill places where people grill at your table and whatnot. This is like doing tricks with the food. We get close-ups
This is
of,
Benihana. It's Benihana,
is
but
it? Okay. I was
it's a it's a before the chain restaurant existed. It's just a teppanyaki place.
okay.
And where they throw knives around, they chop things up in front of you, they do tricks, they put eggs in their hats, whatever. He goes to ask for a job from
Forgot about this part too. I love this part.
Mr. Katsumura. I think the restaurant is called Katsumura.
Yes, we also found
Um
that out.
and Mr. Katsumura's like, "Oh, he lies about his skills." And Mr. Katsumura's like, "Oh, that's too bad you're not Japanese."
So I Jack started Three's Company as a cook, right?
Mm-hmm. But he wasn't throwing knives around and like
Okay.
putting on a show for people. He
Well,
can
yeah.
cook food.
No, he can cook coq au vin. He can cook one fucking thing. So I'm just the thing is like the show's very strange in that like this episode's like are gonna laugh at Jack, but we're laughing at Jack failing to do something an Asian person is doing. So we're going to demean what that Asian person is doing to make it okay that Jack is failing at it while we still are laughing at him
Let's
failing
also
at
talk
it.
about how he because Mr. Katsumura isn't going to hire him, threatens to call Department of Labor and the feds because of job discrimination.
Reverse racism. Ronnie Reagan, he gonna take care of that. It's
It was
fucked up.
so a couple of things. Not as fucked up as I thought it was going to be because I
No.
thought he was going to go put on yellow face and come back. I thought he was going to put scotch tape on his eyes
Yep.
and come back with a wig and a Fu Manchu, even though that's a completely different racial ethnic stereotype. I thought that's what was going to happen. But instead, he threatened him with the feds. Mr. Katsumura obliges him. You can start with our lunch shift and you'll be training. Just keep an eye on the guy behind you who's also doing the same thing. Okay. So he gets a table of Japanese men, all seemingly played by Japanese American people. And he doesn't know how the ordering works, and he doesn't know how to do any of the tricks. And we see him trying and failing things, or not even trying with the shrimp, for example, skipping to the main dinner or the main meal and not knowing what they've ordered. At some point, you see him actually slap down what looks like real chicken breast and like real raw meat. I thought that was kind of interesting. I mean, I don't know. I just didn't think that was going to happen, I guess.
You thought that the food safety people at Three's a Crowd gave a shit?
I don't know what I thought. The diners are like watching him kind of bewildered, but they're not saying anything. So Jack
No.
assumes that they don't speak English. Mr. Katsumura has to come over and be like, "This is their order, you idiot. Like, here's the meat. Watch the guy behind you." And he, flubs it majestically. Nobody gets hurt, luckily. And then finally, the diners at the table are like, "We should have gotten pizza." Womp womp. And that's kind of like this weird. I don't know. It was weird. I hated it.
It was terrible.
It was. It wasn't even very long, and it just felt torturous.
Yeah, because I
Because it,
forgot, I mean, willfully to some degree, but like, yeah, it's like a very strange pacing thing,
yeah.
or plotting, and
But the fact that none of it is funny.
none of it's funny. None of it makes Jack any more likable. He's not, well, no, I mean, that's kind of the problem, Emily, is that like they thought that audiences would think this was funny.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Um, okay, so we then go back to the restaurant where we don't really get, there's no punchline to the restaurant. This is a terrible show. They can't think of the punchline in terms of anything. But instead we just get Jack back at the restaurant. He's fucked because he
He
didn't make the
he
money.
didn't make the money that he
He
needed to
can't
make.
pay Vicki back. Easy
He
forgot to
Easy
get rid of the
forgot to
wine.
get rid of the wine. He was supposed to do that. He just sets it down and then leaves it there. Then Vicky comes in, and Jack very quickly covers it with a coat.
Vicki and Mr.
And
Bradford,
Mr.
they
Bradford.
are off having their own subplot for the whole episode as
Good.
second and third bill. Maybe they're in family counseling,
Maybe.
which is not fair to Vicki. Mr. Bradford should be doing hard labor. Um, anyway, so Vicki got a letter from the IRS. Oh no, they need that money back. It was an error on their part. Mr. Bradford is just there sort of for support, but then or
Easy comes
no,
in to
they've
go,
got a plan. No, no, no. The plan
"Oh,
comes in before EZ because
okay.
they're like, no, wait, it's too bad you sold the wine already because Mr. Bradford would just buy it and that would solve the problem because Mr. Bradford is probably a millionaire.
Yeah.
So, 2 grand ain't really, it's weird in that context, but it's also they intentionally do not talk about this. Like we have very little concept of what Mr. Bradford does,
Yeah.
and intentionally at this point, because it was initially you know, they were testing out the idea of him using that for Mandan to perv on women, but somebody was like, dude, it's 1984. You're not going to do shit like that on this show, are you? And they were like, yes. Okay, so you thought that was bad? Fuck you. Guess what's next? What was that? Merkin. David Merkin's like, fuck that feedback guy. I got him. Yeah, this whole show does Three's Company. It feels like a response to an audience, some guy in the audience writing women or people on a feedback card, and it really pissing off the writer's room.
Yeah.
Uh, so Jack's like, no, I sold it. Sorry. But I swear if it were here, I'd sell it to you in a second, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. EZ runs in. I forgot my jacket, man. I gotta.
He's like, "Can I have the day off? I got to catch some fat waves in Malibu."
And then he
And
grabs
and then he grabs
the
his jacket
jacket, and
off
then
of
you
the
see the wine.
wine is exposed. And Mr. Bradford, in a weird slip up, sees this as Jack playing hardball and
Which he
offers him,
admires.
which he admires, and he offers more money for the wine. And Jack is like, "No, no,
Yes.
no, no, no," because he thinks the wine is bad. You gotta, I just threw that in there in case people forgot what happened because there was so much nonsense.
So, alternatively, this is what I was waiting for because I don't know, a dumb brain. Is Jack gonna sell him bad wine as an investment and then get fucked because he tries it? No. So that is not where they go. They just don't go anywhere,
Yeah.
really. It's such a bad show. It's like,
So eventually Robert Mandan buys the wine. He's going to crack open a bottle right now and try it. The whole time Jack looks at Vicki and he's trying to
he's
tell
like, hey
her
baby,
how
I
much
love
he
you
loves
so
her,
much.
how much their relationship means to him, blah, 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 blah,
We
blah,
can,
anticipating the worst. We cut to Mr. Bradford taking a sip of the wine and he makes a weird face, at which we're supposed to be led to believe that the wine is bad. He's going to spit it out. Something bad is going to happen. But no, he's making that weird face because he is a wine aficionado and this tastes like sunshine. Um, and Jack is surprised. He runs, grabs the glass from Mr. Bradford's hands and drinks it. And he's like, it must have just been that one bottle.
and they're like, what? He's like, but then EZ comes in. Oh no, Jack grabs the bottle and runs out. And so it ends with Jack and Mr. Bradford chasing EZ and Mary Cadorette like, it's a living.
Speaking of, the guest star from last episode, what was her name? She's right
Gail
up here at the
Edwards.
top. Gail Edwards. She was in a show called It's a Living.
Yeah.
Um, she was on all the episodes of it, 120 episodes of it.
A
Uh,
syndicated or
is it
original to
syndicated?
cable sitcom. I don't know if I've ever.
It's got a lot of people in it.
It has a lot of people in it. It's 6 episodes,
It
120.
it was on network TV, but it found more success in syndication. So it's like Gail Edwards is in it, Marion Mercer is in it, who I just discovered is not Charlotte Rae. Crystal Bernard is in it. Cheryl Lee Ralph is in it. Louise Lasser, Wendy Shaw, Susan Salt, like so many people that I recognize. It's
Yeah.
wild. Anyway, it's a living.
Right?
And
It's a
that's the
living.
end of that. That's it. That's it.
Yeah.
Next week, we will be watching and discussing episodes 15 and 16. Episode 15 is called Private Lessons. Jack is giving EZ advice on how to behave on a date with a college girl. So he's got to, mind his P's and Q's. And then episode 16 is One Ego to Go. Jack's ego is hurt when Vicki gets a raise, beats him at trivia, wins a teddy bear at a carnival, and all sorts of other totally emasculating things. Good. I can't wait. Thank you for listening, folks. Andrew, I will see you in television land.
See you in television land, Emily.